Hi, it's Amanda with Always in Love. We're back with our third part of our buddy read. We're doing chapters 9 through 12. And, for Protecting Shaylee by Elle Christensen. And so there are potential spoilers in this section of the book if you haven't got there yet or if you haven't read it. Just be wary. So tell us about where we left off.
Well, where we left off is they just got there, or they were just getting ready to go to the realm or the Ren, and so it's kind of like we left. Now we're there, and it's kind of funny. She's kind of a smart ass,
Yeah.
and she gets there and she's looking around and she goes, "This looks normal to me," and he goes, "Well, what are you expecting?" And then her subconscious is like, "Oh, I." She's thinking Disney worlds of pixie dust and fairies and
And
a unicorn.
don't forget the unicorns.
Don't forget the unicorn. And the Chicago Cubs are going to win the World Series.
Oh, God.
It's so anyway, that's kind of like her. Yeah, it's kind of like her thinking is she's just like, "Are you kidding me? This just looks like home." And she goes to the compound, and I call it a compound, but the place, and this is where she's training, and she's really going to she's starting to get to it, and it's kind of getting to the meat and the potatoes of it, and it's kind of a pretty place.
Okay, so before we go any further, I really have to talk about she does a great job of describing the architecture and the buildings. Like they're all glass because they thrive on sunshine so much that they're all glass. And I just kept picturing these and just the designs and things that I came up with in my head for these like 70% glass buildings. Just incredible. You can just imagine what the place looks like. And then you can just feel the sunshine just pouring through the windows and how it helps all the people kind of really thrive. It just sounded like it was a really interesting place and a really pretty place. And then he also talks about the families. Everything is everybody's almost equal in a way. If you have a big family, you have a big house. If you have a small family, you can have the big house if you want it, but most people just do what they're more comfortable in, just a smaller house. And I really liked the way that she doesn't really detail it, but it's enough detail that you really get the feeling for the place, and that it really helped kind of differentiate between the two worlds. I really thought that it was great. It was kind of one of my favorite parts of this section. And then we kind of jump right into him telling her more about the training and them going to training. And she meets his family. She meets her family, her grandparents, which they look like they're just a little bit older than her, so that was kind of weird for her. But it was all funny. And the way that she got to meet all these people and, his friends and everything, and just kind of getting immersed into this culture and this world so fast was really cool. And then we got onto the fighting and the training and them torturing each other, sexual tension, and it was just, I really, really liked these chapters. It really was a great build up to what I have a feeling is coming next, and they're just gonna end up fighting it out.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what's interesting is that she meets her grandpa, and he's like, "Hey, I know in our world, I want to be called Pop." And then the grandma's like, "No, you can just call me by my name." And it's just kind of cute. Like they want some of the culture that we have, but then it is the culture. And I honestly, the texture of that house when they're driving in and the way she described it, I pictured this home, this log home, and I was like, "Oh, I could live in this place." And she even describes the window of the attic. It just for me, I felt like I was right there, and the colors are bright. Like everything is bright green. It's luscious, and I really like that. But then there's sexual tension when they're actually doing all this training. It's like, oh my Hannah, I can't wait because these two kind of just have this sexual chemistry that is like,
Yeah.
damn. And then you bring in his friends and and everything. It's just I don't know. I really I'm excited to get to this because we ended on that, so it's just like, damn it, we have four more chapters to read.
I love seeing like the jealousy from both of them. Like his friends are intentionally messing with him, flirting with her, and it's hilarious to see like the jealousy and the possessiveness come out. And then we see it and a little bit from her. She doesn't even think she's doing it when we meet his sister because she runs and gives him a huge hug, and she's like, whoa, wait a minute. And it's really funny to see them both fighting these jealous tendencies and stuff. It's just really great. And then his friends, I love his friends. They're so boisterous, and they give him crap all the time, and it's great.
It is. It's like, and then he drives an Audi, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And so she was, I don't know, just I really like this, and I'm kind of getting more and more excited about this book, and it's just like I want to finish it. I want to just see what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, I put it down. I just finished probably about half an hour ago, and I put it down, and I was like, ah, I have to stop.
I
My husband's
know.
like, why do you have to stop? And I was like, well, if I go any further, then I won't, remember where I left off. I'll remember stuff. So I'll probably pick it up right after the video and keep reading to get the next section.
Oh, I already have it ready, so as soon as we're done, we can finish the next four chapters.
Yeah, it's becoming really good. I like the world that she describes, and it
Oh,
feels like you're right there, and it's just like she describes it with no darkness and it's light, except in the 6 hour days and just the details and the little things that are put in this book, the personalities, just all of the little details kind of really add up, and it really makes this kind of it really draws you in, and you're just even for someone like us that has never really read or watched or anything with sort of these types of elements, it's really interesting for I think everybody because it's so well written and so well planned that you're not kind of left out. I've read some reviews and things of books that have like these names that you can't pronounce, these cities and things that you can't pronounce. You don't know what they are, and it's just more difficult and things like that. And this book is really not like that, and it's really, really enjoyable. I'm really glad that it's more relatable. I think something more far fetched might not have been so enjoyable for us.
well, and I think that's why we're so drawn to it is because it's not she can describe it with so few sentences that you feel like you're right there, and I think her description is just it for me it's mind-blowing, and so I can't wait to like keep reading this. I can't wait for the next four chapters and then the next four chapters, and it's just and it's only Wednesday, and so it's just like I want to finish this because it's so good.
I know we have three more sections. Next up is going to be what 13 through 15, 16, and I can't wait to get to the next section. I can't wait till we meet more of the dark elements and see kind of what is going on the horizon. So I hope you continue reading along with us. Join us. Watch the next chapters will be tomorrow night, and I hope to see you then.
See you then.